We start with our Newsmaker segment and talk with economist Dr. Chris Kuehl from Armada Corporate Intelligence in Kansas City. We'll talk about the state of the economy as 2017 comes to a close and get Chris's economic forecast for the new year, both locally and nationally. It is always a pleasure to welcome Chris Kuehl back to Ruckus. Chris, good to see you again.
Good to see you, thanks.
I took a look at the interview I did with you in January of this year, 2017, and asked you about what the future held, and you said 2017 would be a good year. And I think you were absolutely right. Don't you agree?
I was. That doesn't happen very often, but I was.
Broadly speaking, and based on what you know now and what we can tell now, how does 2018 look, broadly speaking?
Pretty good. I mean, it's the job of an economist to find the dark cloud behind every silver lining. So I think what we'll see in 2018 is a lot of positive news and a little bit of potential negative. The positive is going to be a nice little spurt of growth that'll come from the tax bill. Kind of like a sugar rush. I mean, it's going to be really good for the first maybe half, 2/3 of the year. The concern is that it also might set up a little bit of an inflation spike towards the end of the year because it's coming at a weird time. We don't really need a stimulus right now. We're growing at 3% a quarter. Unemployment rates are very low. We're going to give the economy a boost, which may actually overheat it. So we're a little bit worried about the end of the year. But enjoy the first 2/3, it'll be great.
But the corporate tax cuts should really stimulate business, should it not?
It definitely will. And the question is, can they do as much with that money now as they might have been able to do 2-3 years ago?
And what will they do with the money is seems to be a question.
Yeah, it'll depend. Some of them will actually do what we hope they do. They're going to hire, they're going to buy machines, they're going to expand. Others may not. I mean, others will invest overseas, they'll squirrel it away, they'll buy stock. That's just the chances you take. It's not a done deal.
What about the repatriating of money from overseas? Is that going to happen?
I think it'll probably happen. It'll probably happen both with the tax cut and with some other proposals that are out there. The Delaney Amendment is still alive. That was trying to bring money back in exchange for a bond that you were required to invest in with some of that repatriated money. So I think one way or the other, we're going to get some of that money back.
Let me ask you about Kansas City overall. A couple of major projects will begin in 2018, the Downtown Convention Hotel and the billion-dollar KCI airport construction. Will they be meaningful in terms of the Kansas City economy and some growth?
I think they will be, particularly the airport. The airport allows Kansas City to compete more effectively with other cities that have modern airports. I fly a lot. I'm constantly in the air. And it has always been frustrating to deal with the KCI situation. It would be nice to be in the big leagues when it comes to that. The Downtown Convention Hotel just makes it easier for us to draw those big conventions.
Do you think the airport is important for Kansas City's image? I know you said you travel a lot, and I know you do. You talk to lots of people, lots of groups and organizations. Do people say to you things that are not flattering about the airport in Kansas City?
Yeah, unfortunately,
Really?
I hear that quite a bit. People who are experienced flyers will just come back and say, wow, you know, I didn't think it was this old. And so it is the gateway. I mean, it's the first thing that most people see. It may be the only thing people see. When I travel, I don't know that I see any of these cities except their airport and hotel. So my whole impression of these towns is the airport.
In our January conversation, you said streetcars could be an important economic tool for Kansas City, but they have to expand to be meaningful. We hear a lot of talk about expansion, but thus far no expansion has occurred. Do you still have that same opinion?
I still have that feeling. They have done surprisingly well for the limited distance that it goes, but if it extends all the way to the plaza, you end up connecting the most important tourist areas of Kansas City along with an awful lot of people who will use it for work. So I'm all for extending it. It would be nice if that became part of the airport project too, but that may be too much to ask.
Wall Street has done very well. Maybe Donald Trump gets some credit for that. He thinks he does.
There certainly was in the beginning of the year.
And that's something we all know about. We all invest in for the most part. Should we be confident that 2018 will be good to us on Wall Street?
I think we will. Trump got a lot of credit in the beginning, the Trump bump. Most of what has been driving our market has been foreign money, an awful lot of cash coming in from Europe, from Asia, because the options there have not been good. We will still see that money coming into the U.S. this coming year. May start to taper off towards the end, but the situation that created that demand in the U.S. still exists.
Consumer confidence is high, unemployment low. We're actually having a pretty good time.
We're having a pretty good time. Consumer confidence is up. You know, we're even actually putting our money where our mouth is, and we're spending it. And we're seeing inflation so far not a problem. Unemployment's very low. The biggest issue now is that companies can't find the people they want to hire.
Come back at the end of the year and we'll talk about 2018.
Sounds like a plan.
Great to see you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is economist Chris Kuehl of Armada Corporate Intelligence. Now let's meet the panel and start a ruckus.